All right, we are here in Stanley Park, and a little bit of an update on the Salm and Young Memorial Garden, formerly the Monarch Meadow. So we're going to come in from the back this time, just give you a little bit of a bird's eye view of what's been going on and what is still to be done. So we've got some cedar trees here. This is some kind of a fruit tree. I'm not exactly sure what it is. It's probably some kind of an apple or possibly a serviceberry. I'm not sure. I will double check. But this is a buckthorn. So there's still quite a lot of buckthorn to remove, but it was not really possible to do it in the spring. It would have been far too stark to remove this huge thicket right here and without replanting. So this, I believe, is a choke cherry. Now it does have black knot on it, so hopefully it'll survive. We can probably give it a good pruning this fall and maybe improve its chances. So we're going to come through the back, and one thing that I've noticed since we've been working back here is there has been absolutely no trash since the beginning of April, when we first did, or rather the middle of April, when we did a cleanup here. I would like to stop and just point out a nice native species that we have, which is hawthorn. So it has, the berries are starting to come out now, so they'll turn reddish. They go quite dark. And this one has, let me see if I can't show you. See those thorns right here? Yeah, they're pretty, these are actually quite small. Sometimes they can get quite large, and they can be very, very pointy and hurting. That's not a word. Painful, pardon me. So this is one that we're going to try and propagate. We may be able to propagate just from taking a small cutting in the fall. So we're going to give that a try. As we come along, we see some milkweed. We do see some globe thistle, which we are taking out. And, you know, lots of grasses. Again, there's another globe thistle. That's another hawthorn right there, which is very nice to see. Actually, this is all hawthorn in here. This is the back of the meadow. So you can probably see those little pops of orange. Those are the black-eyed Susans. Lots of native yarrows coming in. Again, more thistle, which we can spot remove. A lot of this is goldenrod and fleabanes. There will be asters coming in later as well. Again, some more cedars, and come in through the back here. Oh, we've lost a dogwood down here. All right, so this is a dogwood. Let's see if we can't show you a little bit about this here. That's a little bit better. So yeah, it's already flowered, and it will come up with those little berries. This one, excuse me, is a very easy one to root in water. So you take a cutting late November, as far into, no, it's just not going to stay. Take a cutting late November once the leaves are off and fairly close to the base. Check it out, look it up. I'll put a couple of descriptions or a couple of links into the description for you. So, and here's the back of the meadow. And as you can see, we've got some milkweed. We did do another round of dog strangling vine removal in here. So this is where 2 buckthorns were, which we removed earlier this year. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of native vegetation already growing up around. So again, lots of goldenrods, milkweeds, etc. Let's see, fleabane. Oh, hang on a second. That's a dog strangling vine we missed, so let's take that out right now. Where's the other one? There you go. Okay. Now, I'll just stop for a second. So this is dog strangling vine, and those are the pods. Once they open up, that fluff goes absolutely everywhere. So when you're walking in here, if you do see it, take it out. And if you do see it and you don't take it out, still check your shoes, check your dog's paws, check your tires on your bicycle, because this will spread everywhere and come into your yard. And once it's in your yard, it'll be in your neighbor's yard, and so on and so on. And everyone's going to really, really not be happy with you. So be careful around that. Here's a big area that we can say we've had some limited success. So we took out all of the periwinkle that was here, and we covered it over with a tarp in the spring. There's another tarp over there where you can see some creeping bellflower and Jerusalem artichokes, which is these ones here. They are native, but quite aggressive. They're growing up around here. So again, we did a little bit of weeding back in here to take out some of the creeping bellflower and some of the other plants. But the wood poppies are doing okay, and the bloodroots as well. So that's a good sign. So we didn't do a lot of weeding back here, just simply for the fact that we do not have permission to plant yet. So it's not really an efficient use of time to be removing a lot of this material when we have plants that will probably be going in, and it'll just be easier to do a remove and replace all at the same time. Similarly over here, we had to get the periwinkle out in the spring before it seeded and flowered. Even though it does spread mostly underground, you want to be able to control it as much as possible at the right times of the year. So I think that's about all that I can update you on at this point. It is the end of June. We probably will not be back here until the end of the summer or early fall. As a work team anyway. Certainly if you want to come in behind here and again take another look around for dog strangling vine, some of this stuff we already cut, so you can see it here. We'll leave it here for some IDing. So long as the pods have not opened up, it's safe to leave on the ground. It will just rot down. But as you can see, it's pretty fabulous over there. So let's go take a look. And we have met some people who know the history of these rocks. I'll just stop here. So this one says, "Remember me." And this one says, "Better than chocolate." And I can't really make out what that one says. But we have, as I said, we've been in contact with the people who know about the history of that. And it's another kind of a sad story, but also a bit of a celebration. So we will be including that within the memorial garden as well. All right. So yeah, there don't see any dog strangling vine left along here. So we've been cutting along here, and it has not reflowered. Hopefully it will not. But again, it's a sneaky plant and it can reflower, so keep your eyes open for it. This side of the meadow is mostly things like ragweed and mugwort and Jerusalem artichokes and burdock. So what we may have the city do, or maybe ask the city to do, is actually increase the mow line to take out sort of from here there, and then we can control the rest of it ourselves. But this will help because the Jerusalem artichoke, although native, really does spread, and it can impact a lot of the newer plants that we may be putting in here. We already have to contend with these very, very high plants, so we need mature species when they're going in. So if you can see that big hole over there, that's where we took out an enormous mound of burdock, and so far so good. It looks like not a lot is coming back, little bits and pieces, but we can deal with that. And again, a great planting place. So I'm sort of in the middle of the grasses here. Please be on the lookout for ticks at this time of year. Do a tick check on yourself anytime you're outside, especially when you're wandering around in high grasses like I am. All right, so let's see what else we can point out. Again, lots of milkweed you can see popping, yarrow. There is some non-native yarrow. That pink one over there, I believe, is non-native. That, I think, is a lobelia, potentially that sort of purplish flower. Not the milkweed at the back, but that more sort of cone-shaped one. What else have we got here? Oh yeah, very nice things. And yeah, there's some more of that pink yarrow and some black-eyed Susans. Yeah, more black-eyed Susans back there. We can probably thin the mugwort as well, although I find it quite pretty with the red and the green and the white. So, you know, to each his own, I suppose. I suppose it depends on your allergies as well. And of course, more globe thistle. So again, very cool, very spiky, but yeah. You're gonna have to come out, buddy. They kind of smell weird and a bit sticky. And we did see a garter snake this morning. Well, the tail end of it.